You know, I've got lettuce coming up all over the place in the garden. I said this in the last post, but I've been taking all this lettuce up, and you wouldn't believe how much of it I've transplanted, and it just still keeps coming and coming and coming. I think what I should do is get a bunch of these little planter boxes that need to be filled up and just load them up with lettuce and set them aside, because did all that and all that and a whole bunch in there and a whole bunch over there and a whole bunch in here. I think I'm gonna have lettuce coming out of my ears. But you know what, that's the sort of crop that you really can't grow too much of, because everybody needs and likes lettuce. So it's only good for about 6 to 8 weeks at the very most, and then it starts going to seed, and a lot of this stuff is ready to be harvested. Look at that, I can pull that one out right now. Starting to crowd things out, make some room for these other guys. That one's almost ready. There's a couple of them over there. I can pull a couple of those out. So thing about lettuce, you can harvest it at any stage. Actually, the smaller it is, the better it tastes. Let's get this one out of here too. Oops. Oh, pulled 2 of them. Now what do I do? Well, really easy. I just put that one back in the ground and cover up its roots, and we'll pretend nothing happened, and you know what? It'll survive and it'll take off. So I'm going to take these, and I like to leave the roots together. A couple more that I harvested. This is all for tonight's salad. I'll go wash those off, and you know what? Doesn't look so appetizing there, but it's going to be delicious. Ooh. You know, a lot of people make comments to me about how I plant a lot of the same sort of things. I really do mix things up, but unfortunately at this time of the year there's not a huge diversity of plants that I want to grow that will do well while it's cold. Now the lettuce that I plant typically is the type of lettuce that I really enjoy the most. I like, you know, some of the leafy green lettuces, and the butter lettuce is probably my favorite, so I've got a lot of it, and it's a sort of plant that you can use a lot of it. But I like kale too. That's a really powerful plant, and I use it a lot. I do a lot of green shakes in the mornings, and it gives you so much energy. If you're not a fan of kale, I can't tell you enough. You know, there's a red Russian kale. We've got the dino kale. We got 3 or 4 different types of kale growing in the garden. Not to mention lots of onions and garlic, and you know, just tons and tons of things that seem to last a long time. Now, I really enjoy my garden, but most importantly, I like to eat from my garden. So plant what you eat and eat what you plant. But you know what? You got to get out there and get digging and make it happen.